Tuesday night in Tampa Bay, Brendan Gallagher scored a goal that was called off immediately and then confirmed as a disallowed goal after a Montreal coach's challenge prompted a video review. Gallagher was driving to the net with Lightning forward Boris Tkachuk giving chase. Gallagher and Tkachuk collided. The puck bounced off Tampa goalie Maxime Legacy, then off Gallagher's back and into the net. NHL Rule 69.7 states if the goalie is pushed with the puck into the net by the attacker after making a save, the goal will be disallowed unless that push was caused by the defender pushing the attacker first. It's important to note the goal was called off because officials felt even though there was contact between the players, that contact didn't directly result in contact with the goaltender. Contact with the goalie was judged to have ultimately come from Gallagher's stick pushing Legacy's pad into the net independently of any contact between attacker and defender. I agree the stick action was initiated independently by Gallagher, but where I think the rule is interpreted incorrectly is the stick movement that resulted in contact with the goalie was initiated just prior to or simultaneously with contact by the defender, and that therefore defender contact did meaningfully contribute to the stick eventually making contact with the pad. This is my interpretation of the sequence of events. The initial shot is taken. In the process of opening himself up to shoot, Gallagher also digs and turns his right skate into a path across the crease to avoid going straight at the net and to attempt to get his body out in front of the defender. The rebound pops out in Gallagher's path and, still under his own control, Gallagher initiates a stick attempt at the puck. At the same moment, Tkachuk makes contact, swinging Gallagher's left leg backwards, spinning his torso and pushing his now extended stick into Legacy's pad. Tkachuk then keeps going straight on his path of travel, preventing any chance Gallagher had of escaping across the net, now angling and guiding him on a path beside the net to just outside the post. The blade of Gallagher's stick is now trapped in Legacy's pad with nowhere to go, and even at the bitter end, when the pad is pushed so far around the blade of the stick could be pulled back, the shaft of the stick gets pinned into the post. Now, as I said, this is my interpretation. I know anyone could make a video showing the same clip and narrating that Gallagher intentionally pushed his stick forward, or even that he should have pulled his stick back. Ultimately, it has to be supported by the rulebook. And the part of the rulebook I'd like to focus on to support giving Gallagher the benefit of the doubt is Rule 69.1, which in summary says if the defender pushes the attacker into the goalie, contact won't be deemed initiated by the attacker so long as the attacker has made a reasonable effort to avoid such contact. Now, your guess is as good as mine about what the definition is of reasonable by NHL standards, but I'll ask you, does Brendan Gallagher make a reasonable effort to avoid Legacy? And for me, I don't know what more you could ask a player to do. The skating skill and strength on display here is something special. I mean, the man goes full elf on the escalator across the crease and still somehow doesn't fall. Is it reasonable to expect Gallagher to not bother taking a chance on the rebound just in case contact from the defender happens? And once contact from the defender is initiated and he's gone into the glided splits, is it also reasonable to expect him to pull his already engaged stick away from the net when all his momentum is being guided toward the net? I'm inclined to believe Gallagher made an above-average level of reasonable effort to avoid contact. All things considered, I would look at this as defender-initiated contact with the goaltender and award a good goal.